Welcome back to another episode by the Offroad Veterans. Today we have something truly special in store for you. It's an adult version of our childhood game of hide and seek. But this game is done with side-by-sides. There is a fugitive and a side-by-side that will be hiding from the chase team. As the chase team side-by-sides navigate through the challenging terrain, they will use teamwork, communications, sensors, and drones to locate and capture the fugitive. The objective: the fugitive avoids capture for a predetermined length of time, 1 hour for example. Challenge points. In addition to the normal OV trip points, this challenge provides extra points. If the fugitive wins, then 100 points is awarded to the fugitive. If the chase team wins, the team divides the 100 points between each of the individual chasers. For example, if there are 3 members of the chase team, then each gets 33 points. Let's go over a few rules. The fugitive and chase teams stay on the trails. The whole point of this is to spark more flamboyant trail riding. We're all veterans that understand camouflage. We could all just make a new trail, throw a camo net over the side-by-side and just hide until time expires. Don't be an asshole. The time limit is dictated by the trails being used. The time limit needs to be long enough to cover the distance of the trails. For instance, if it would take about 90 minutes to make it to the far side of the trail system, then the time limit can't just be 60 minutes. The fugitive would never be caught by simply driving on the trail away from the start point. The time limit needs to be short enough to give other people a chance to be the fugitive in subsequent iterations of the challenge. If it's winter time with only 4 to 5 hours of usable daylight on the trails and there is 4 side-by-sides playing, then each game would need to be about an hour to give everyone a chance to be the fugitive and score their 100 points. For most challenges, there should be only one fugitive. However, for larger groups it's feasible that it might be fun for more fugitives to be in play. The fugitives could split up also, creating more opportunities for chasers to capture a fugitive. In this scenario, the scoring is individual. For example, with 2 fugitives, one may lose while the other runs the clock out and wins. The minimum number of chasers for any game is 2. The maximum number of chasers allowed is dictated by the number of available trails, -1. The chasers shouldn't be able to occupy all available trails because there would be virtually no way for the fugitive to avoid capture. A simple example, there are 6 possible trails, so a maximum of 5 chasers is allowed. Okay then, what counts as a trail? If the trail has an entrance and an exit, it is counted as a trail. If it only has an entrance but no exit, aka a dead end, then it isn't counted as a trail when deciding the maximum number of chasers. Taking dead ends into account, here's another example. There are 4 normal trails with entrances and exits, but there is also a dead-end trail to a waterfall and another dead-end trail for a gravesite. Totaling 6, but the dead-end trails aren't counted. So only the 4 normal trails are used to determine the maximum chasers. In this case, only 3 chasers are allowed. So, what counts as a capture then? There are 4 methods in which the fugitive loses. The first method of capture is when the fugitive is surrounded by chasers on a trail. One chaser in front and another one behind them. The second method of capture is when the fugitive is chased into an obstacle that they can't traverse under their own power, such as a steep hill climb, deep rutted-out trail. The fugitive can't go forward because of the obstacle and there is a chaser on their backside. The third method of capture is being chased down to the end of a dead-end trail. Again, the fugitive can't go forward because of the dead end, and there is a chaser behind them. The fourth method in which the fugitive loses is by running out of bounds. For example, if in the pre-challenge brief, the inbounds trails that we will be using are 2, 4, 6, and 8. Then during the course of fleeing the chasers, the fugitive turns down trail 5 either accidentally or by trying to cheat, then it's game over. A huge part of this game is land navigation. You need to know the trail system. The fugitive challenge should be recorded with the GoPro-type cameras. After each iteration ends, everyone meets up for the after-action review. The AAR should also be recorded since it's almost guaranteed something cool, exciting, or funny happened that we can talk about. This also gives us a chance to adapt the game as new rules are needed and fun ideas are discovered through our experiences. Okay, this wraps up version 1.0 of the Fugitive Challenge. We are Offroad Veterans. Thank you so much for watching.